Hey guys, ArchieLuxury here, and today guys, I want to make the video why your Rolex dealer is not your friend. That's correct guys, why your Rolex dealer is not your friend. And I gotta tell you, I do not like what has happened to this hobby. I hate it. Basically, the situation is that it's very hard to get steel Rolex from your AD. In fact, it's very hard to get any Rolex from your authorized dealer. Now, basically, if you want to get Rolex from an AD, you need to buy product. That's correct guys, you need to buy product. And with the brands, many of these dealers are multi-brand type stores. Example, Hourglass, they sell Rolex, they sell other brands as well, they sell Patek, they sell JLC, they sell Panerai, they sell a number of brands. You have dealers like Watches of Switzerland. They also sell a range of brands, including Rolex. Brands like, many. Sorry, another example is Kennedy's in Australia. Kennedy's, they're a multi-brand dealer. And the reality is, if you want to get Rolex, you've got to buy other watches that aren't as, they don't retain their value. I was going to say garbage, you got to buy garbage, but that's possibly a little bit too hard there. And I got to be totally honest with you. I got a good friend of mine who has a relationship with one of the big multi-dealer brands in Australia. And I'm not totally convinced he's telling me the truth. When he says he gets offers, I'm not kind of convinced everything he tells me. I think he buys a lot more dog shit at higher prices than he tells me, but hey, what am I to say? And he's very convinced that the AD relationship is working for him. And I gotta be completely honest with you, it's not my dog, it's not my fight. I don't give a shit. And I've always been somebody, this is why I really don't have friends, I've always been somebody who tells the truth. I find it very, very hard to suck a shit sandwich in just for the sake of friendship. I'll tell you the truth. I said to him, I think it's a waste of time. I don't particularly think that is feasible for somebody like me. It's a waste of time. But, you know, he can live in fantasy land. He can live in fantasy land. I visited the inventor of scarcity marketing yesterday, Hermes. And they've got reserve bags. We went there with my wife. We'd really like to get a Kelly bag that's named after Grace Kelly, Princess Grace Kelly, the Hollywood movie star, and she married the European royalty, was it Monaco? And, you know, you go there, and I said, oh, hello, have a look. Lady was very nice. Hi, hello. Everything's so friendly and nice. And they had some, oh, those are, I could see they had some Kellys on display. Oh, no, those are reserve Kellys. They're not available. Basically, the store itself, they sell homewares, they sell silks, they sell small leather goods, SLGs, and you build up a spend history, then you are offered one of their bags. And it's really disappointing. This is how they do things. And I sort of said, we'd love a Cali, and we'll put your name down, but then they wanted you to buy stuff. And what I dislike about this, and this is the same thing that follows through to the Rolex ADs, is there are no clear rules. Okay? There's no clear rules. Give me a spend target, give me a total, and I can make the decision, an informed decision. Is it worth doing or is it not worth doing? And I gotta be totally honest with you. They don't have these rules. I mean, you can go on forums, you go on Facebook groups, you look at YouTube videos, but they don't tell you how much do you need to spend to be offered this. And I suspect for different punters, it's a different price. There's no clear set rules there. But, it's leading you on. It is prick teasing, okay? So you buy enough other garbage. When I say garbage, it's not really fair. You buy things you don't really want to buy to be able to get offered the chance to buy something you do want. Does that make sense? And I really find that objectionable. There's no clear targets. If they said, sir, if you spend 20,000 or 10,000, I would know, hey, I got to spend 10,000 on this to qualify for this. But there's no black and white rules. And this same formula is applied to Rolex. You have the magical unicorns. On my live stream channel, I do a daily live stream. I got young pup Diego. And Diego, he managed to get Steel Sports Rolex with no spend history. These unicorns do appear. Yes, they do. It's like buying a lottery ticket. Yes, there is a winner. There is a winner. Yes, there is winners. But the problem is, you would be a delusional fantasist if you thought everybody would get the same treatment. And this is the whole problem. I was at Hermes. Hermes invented this scarcity marketing with their Birkin bag. They found they would sell more Birkins if they weren't available. Reverse psychology. We want what we can't have. They've applied in Hermes's lineup, they've applied that approach to the Birkin, the Kelly, and the Constance, 3 top handbags called quota bags. And the reality is, you need to buy enough garbage, enough less desirable things to be offered something. And Rolex dealers have gone the same way. I got a good mate of mine, I'm not going to name him or name the dealership because he gets a bit touchy as it is, but he's bought a hell of a lot of shit that I have no idea why the hell he's bought. And he tells me, I like Pams, Arch. Yeah. I like hemorrhoids as well. Fuck. I don't understand it. This is beyond my scope. And I gotta be honest with you. I don't like this sneaky way it's done. It's like when you used to go to Italy into a shop, there was no prices. They price it to what they think you can afford. And I don't like this underhanded stuff. I don't want to use trickery. I don't want to suck up. I had another guy, Aussie expat. He's a young engineer in Vegas. He brought treats in for his AD. I mean, man, when you got to suck up to the dealer, that really shits me off. That shits, what the hell? I mean, nothing wrong with being polite and nice, but to bring in baking treats? This is like a desperate girl, a desperate woman trying to land a guy. This is just horrible. And I gotta tell you, the Rolex ADs, they could fix this. They could say, right, we're going to reserve a certain amount of Rolex Steel Sports or all of the Rolex for locals. Bring your license in. We'll put your name down, and we'd like you to be, they just set out the rules. We don't want you to resell it. Make the rules known. But they don't. They fluff around the topic. And that's what I hate. There's no clear goal. If they said you need to spend $50,000 to be offered a Steel Sports Rolex, well, you know the target. What pisses me off with this fluffy bullshit is that, what about people who aren't making a lot of money, who buy this garbage because they're on the stupid belief they're almost going to get it, almost going to get it, almost going to get it. It's the lead on that I think is so dishonest. And I got to be totally frank with you. I think it's pretty despicable. I think it is very despicable. And, you know, I think it's awful what's happening. It really is awful. They lead you on. There's no guarantees given. They could perhaps not like how you combed your hair and you miss out. Extremely, extremely vicious. And I gotta be honest with you, I think it's dishonest. It's dishonest. That's what I really feel. I really feel if they should set out the rules, and hey, if you've got to spend $50,000 to be offered a Steel Sports Submariner or a Steel Sports whatever or a Steel Rolex, hey, that's okay. At least you know. But when they kind of lead you on thinking, well, if you establish a relationship, you can get this, that's really dishonest. As I said, they could easily solve this. They could say, well, we got to sell a certain amount to locals. We got to sell a certain amount, and they could cultivate these customers, but they're not interested. They want the customer who spends $500,000 every year. That's what they want. Big whales. They're not after the lower middle classes. They want big consumers. And unless you're a big consumer, you're wasting your damn time. I got to be honest with you. If you look at this model, this was invented by Hermes. And Hermes, to get to be offered a bag, you need to spend big money, really big money. Often several times the price of the item you actually want. That's the reality. That's the reality. And without clear lines that said, well, you spend this, you'll be offered this, I think it's very, very dishonest. I'm ArchieLuxury. That's my thought for today. Tell me what you guys think of that. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want. And it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below and I will see you in the next one.